Hi, Terry VanNoy. Welcome to Math Class with Terry V. Hope this video helps you out, and if you enjoy it, please share it, comment, or like it. And you can also go to my website, MathPowerLine.com. It's a math resource blog, lesson videos for students, and other resources for parents and teachers. Give me a call or go to my website or email. All right, let's go to today's lesson. This movie deals with using inverse functions of sine, cosine, and tangent to find missing angles. So here's the situation. I am looking for that missing angle there, and I'm going to call it x degrees. Believe it or not, if I know it's a right triangle, and I know that one leg is 7 and the hypotenuse is 12, I can figure it out knowing my trigonometric functions. So let's look at what we've got. From the angle x, 7 is actually the opposite leg, and 12 is the hypotenuse. So if I put those labels on there, then I can look and see that, that must be something related to the sine function, opposite over hypotenuse. So when I write my equation, sine of the missing angle x equals 7 over 12. So let's figure out what 7 over 12 actually is. What's its value? When I divide that out on my calculator, I get 0.5833. Now that's the sine value of the angle. To find the angle, I look on my calculator and I look for the sine -1 button. Usually it's a second function above the sine key. What that means is, what angle gives me a trig value of 5833? So it's written mathematically like this. Sine -1, or the inverse sine, of 0.5833 equals my missing angle. So when I input that number in my calculator, 0.5833, now I need to find the inverse sine button, and it goes in reverse and it tells me that my missing angle must be 35.7 degrees. So I would have to have a 35.7 degree angle on that triangle to force a leg of 7 and a hypotenuse of 12. That's the only way to get all the measurements worked out. Let's try a couple more examples. In this example, I have a missing angle down there labeled x, and from that angle, the 11 is actually the adjacent leg and the 32 is the hypotenuse. So of course that tells me that I must have to use something related to the cosine function, adjacent over hypotenuse. Now my equation would be cosine of the missing angle x equals the adjacent leg 11 over 32. You'll want to divide that out on your calculator, which is 0.3438. And that gives me the cosine value of the angle. But to find the actual angle, I'm going to do the inverse cosine function of 0.3438. Find that button on your calculator and find the inverse cosine. And the answer should be 69.89, let's call it 70 degrees. So angle x would have to be 70 degrees by using the inverse cosine. Let's try one last example with tangent. So you notice that if I'm looking for the missing angle x, and I want to use the tangent function, I need to make sure that I know the opposite leg and the adjacent leg, which I do, as marked. So here's my equation to find the missing angle. I'm going to use the tangent function of angle x equals the opposite leg, 3.6, divided by the adjacent leg, 9.1. Divide that out on your calculator, which would be 0.3956, and that's what the tangent value of that missing angle is. So we use the inverse tangent, which is tan -1, of 0.3956, and that will give us our answer. So do the inverse tangent of that value, and it would be 21.6 degrees. Missing angle using inverse tangent. Good luck. All right, there you have it. I invite you to go to my website now, MathPowerLine.com, or email me or give me a call. The way I work best with students is live online in my classroom. So if I can help you in any way, answer some specific questions, the first lesson with me is free as I show you how everything works. All right, study hard and take care.